My name is Andrea Koteles, and I've been in Peterborough now for about a year. During that time, I've become more involved with the Artist-Run Centre art space here. I had the pleasure of working with their library collection, bringing it online and making it accessible. While there, I met Matthew Hayes, who worked in the Media Lab. The two of us decided we wanted to make an art project together, so we applied to Artsweek, and we are the artists behind the Electric City Historical Walking Tour. Okay. So yes, while working at Artspace, we became more involved, learned more about contemporary art practices, and became really interested in an artist named Joshua Schwabel, who did lots of strange and interesting work that's very subtle. And it took me almost a year before I actually appreciated and or even liked the work. It actually kind of made me a little bit annoyed at first, but now coming full circle, I actually kind of liked that reaction, that tension. So I've also been getting really into comedians like Louis C.K. and Sarah Silverman, who do these really small, simple jokes or comedic work that is not all about making you uncomfortable and making you laugh in that uncomfortable place. So we kind of wanted to, I was influenced by them, Matthew's influenced by a few different people, and we wanted to try something ourselves that might also kind of annoy or get under people's skins, change their expectations. So the idea was to take something that most people enjoy. Most people enjoy a historical walking tour. I'm a person that has gone on many a historical walking tour, and just wanted to sort of play with the idea of what is history and what is heritage, and what do we take for granted, what is truth even, which might sound a little bit heady, but just the idea that everything around you can have historical importance, that the anecdotes that you're told about history could just as easily be a constructed reality as what we told you about history. So we considered our project a success if people went on this tour and with one expectation and came out of it with something else and were surprised or lost or something. That, to us, that was a success. We learned a lot, I think, from making this project on how to make it better, and hopefully we'll continue developing our idea and this idea. Hope to hear back from more people in the community. I've heard back from a few people who sort of knew I was up to something and caught on to a few things, and then I think that was kind of exciting. They would call me out on something, like, was that you? Did you leave this here? What was that? And that interaction was a lot of fun. I also had the pleasure of being at Artspace when people would come in and ask for the maps, having no idea that this project was going to lead them on a strange wild goose chase for artifacts that had went missing relatively quickly. I think that was meant to be another layer of testing the idea of authenticity. So we wanted people to be sort of put another roadblock in the way of who these historians are who are presenting something to you, which is why we had people impersonate us at the opening of Artsweek. And they didn't even necessarily impersonate us. They were really just there to be salespeople for this project and sell the idea to people. We talked to them afterwards, and they said they made up routes for people, told them it was very important to go in this particular way, and that's great. That's what we wanted. We wanted really to have them be the salespeople and really know nothing about much about the project. Sort of play with that idea of authenticity in heritage and who are these historians who tell you that this is important, this is truth, this was what happened, type of idea. There were certain giveaways in the project, partially the way we wrote the title, so there was the word trick right in the title, the way we designed the brochure in a very poorly designed way, and we said that on the back of it. Even the riddles sort of gave away kind of what you would or would not find at that particular stop. We're we're hoping to, we've learned a lot from making this project, and we're hoping to sort of maybe continue working with this idea, because everyone has an idea of what makes Peterborough or their community a great place. Everyone has an idea of the history behind that, and that's sort of, I guess, what we were trying to get at too, is that everyone is a part of that history, not just historians or librarians. Yeah. And we've got a phase 2 of this project where we'll be sending some things out in the mail to people in the Peterborough community.